Okay, good morning. So I am in Spanish Ontario at the marina. Today I will cross over and go to Manitoulin Island, the largest freshwater island on the planet. I'm just checking the weather. If you're curious, I'm using an app called Predict Wind. There's a lot of different apps out there. Windy is also popular. I chose Predict Wind because I preferred how you operate it. I think it also looks graphically nice. What I'm going to do is I'll just show you today. I am going to cross over to Manitoulin Island, and we can see that there is some wind on the other side. So the red is more wind, the blue is less wind, and yeah, we're already looking at Thursday. You see the wind really picks up Thursday evening, pretty much all over the area. So my plan is to cross over to Manitoulin and then stay there until Friday and then continue with my passage. Out in the North Channel, it is approximately 6 knots for 5 knots, which is not very good for sailing. We also have the wind coming from the south, and so I will be crossing over to Gore Bay, and you can see I will have a headwind. So we'll just tap this over and see how it looks. So at 10 o'clock, 7 knots, the wind starts to shift southwester, but still pretty much a headwind. 1 o'clock, it's 9 knots. You can also see there that it says the gusts will be 11 knots. Now, of course, if there's gusts, there will also be, what do you call the opposite of gusts? I'll call them lulls, or weaker winds. So we can assume that if they're gusting to 11, we're probably going to have lulls around 7 knots, right? Maybe 5, which is bare minimum for sailing. So that's 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock, we have about the same. 3 o'clock, we have 8 knots and 10. 7 and 9. At 4, 7 and 8. 8 and 9. So we're pretty much having consistently low wind speed. Now, to get an idea, the wind speed of 10 knots is around where you start to see the white caps on the waves. So we're looking at wind that will not generate white caps. So anyway, it seems like it's a good day to cross over, aside from having a light wind. I've got the fuel tank gassed up already, and that's good. Jerry can is also ready, so I will need to motor out the first section. So let's just have a look here at Navionics. I'm going to create an automatic route, and then I might change that later. I'll just zoom in here. So I am in Spanish. I'll just zoom in. Okay, so we've got Spanish Marina. And there's Gore Bay. And the marina's down here at the end of the bay. Tap there, and now there's my route. So again, this is an automatic route, so it's meant to help with planning, aid with planning, but it's not meant to be used solely. So you are meant to do a manual route, but this helps just see what course is available. All right, so I'm just gonna get the boat ready, get everything sorted out, and then we'll head out of the channel, out onto the water. Well, I am motoring along. I just left the marina. Looks like I need to go through a little passage, kind of make an S-turn, Looking at the passage, and yeah, it looks kind of narrow, but that does appear to be the way that we're going. So I will just try to stay close to the route, the course, watch the markers, go where I'm supposed to go. Probably reduce speed a little as well. Right now I'm doing 5.3. And yeah, we'll see. I might have to reduce speed a little bit just to be a little bit more cautious. So of course, I'm just approaching this S-turn, and Navionics keeps losing my position and my heading, but that's okay. I can see the markers on the island. I know my relative position. I want to go between the 2 points of land and then cross through pretty much centered. So yeah, it should be fine. But ay Navionics, thank you. Okay, Navionics is coming and going, so I just did a security call, letting all vessels in this area know that I'm passing through the Little Detroit Passage at reduced speed, southbound, which is what I'll do. Security, all vessels. This is Jason. I have now cleared Little Detroit Passage. I repeat, I have now cleared Little Detroit Passage and on my way. Jason out. So I'm just approaching this next rocky bit, shoal area, little islands, and yeah, Navionics seems to be working, no problem now, so that's good. There is quite a bit to navigate around, but yeah, on the other side I will enter into the main Georgian Bay, North Channel, I don't know what you'd call it, open area where I might be able to do some sailing. So I'm just going to pay attention as I approach these islands and get through them. Yeah, we'll see what it's like out there. Nice day to be on the water. Alright, well, we are sailing. Quiet day. I'm doing a whopping 1 Oh, 0 knots. 1 0. 0 knots of speed. Sail is up. The sun is warm. Well, it's a beautiful day. I know the winds are going to be light. Probably let out some of the head sail as well. See if I can get a little bit more wind out of this. But yeah, let's just see what happens. Here we go. Hey everyone, Jason here. Excuse the short interruption of today's program, but I would like to tell you about a new project that I'm working on and ask you if you could give me a little help. The new project is called The Knot School. The Knot School is a private community for people who are serious about learning knots. Inside the Knot School, we have exclusive curated content, reduced advertising and spam, an engaged community showing, telling, and helping each other learn, and other membership perks, including discounts and other projects in development. So the Knot School is almost ready to launch, and I'm hoping to get a few people to help me out, be the first ones in the door. It's completely free. I'm only looking for people who are interested in learning knots and can dedicate a little bit of time just to make sure that everything works well. I appreciate your interest, and if you'd like to join, I'm providing a link in the description of this video and as a pinned comment. I hope to see you there. Now, back to this week's sailing video. There's no wind. I have a rock over to the side of me, and it appears I'm actually drifting backwards. Kept the sails up, but started the motor. It's calm. There's no wind. I'm hoping that there's more wind once I get past these islands. I might be lee shore, so yeah, we'll see. Wind actually seems to pick up a little bit between these two islands, so I reduced the head sail a little, just because it was just rubbing against everything, and I just don't want to cause excess chafe. It seemed like, you know, the wind was backing on the sail, almost like I was heave to. So yeah, just reduced it a bit. Still probably have 100% out. The clue, I think. The bottom part is, at about the mast or just a little past, so. And I am sailing at 2.3 knots. I will need to do several tacks to get through these islands and pay particular attention to the navigation, because there are rocks out here. So yeah, but as I look out in the distance, I see the white caps, and so coming through between these two islands is around 10 knots. So with any luck, I might be able to get up to 3 knots speed. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I put out the rest of the head sail, and we're now sailing somewhere between 3.5 and 4 knots, which is nice. We are on a close reach. It's a little bit bouncy. The waves are developing the white cap, so I would estimate we are sailing in around 9 or 10 knots now. Great conditions. I will need to do several tacks to go through the islands, and hopefully doing so I don't lose the wind. This is all new to me, but yeah, it's good. I like it. Well, the winds have picked up. It's probably around 10 knots now, maybe a bit more. These are probably the gusts of 13 knots, I think, that I'm experiencing. It's a bit choppy out here. Waves are pretty close together. The height of the waves is not that bad, about 1 to 2 feet, but then occasional probably 3 feet or 4 feet. Don't know if you can see it. A lot of white caps, but yeah, I'm gonna need to do one more tack and then another to enter into Gore Bay. Okay, so you probably hear I got the motor going. I brought the head sail down, heading into the wind. I had a little bit of a problem, but just because of the conditions, I will tell you about it in a minute. Okay, so I just finished docking. I'm here in Gore Bay. So, what happened? So I only had a couple more tacks. I was head to wind. It's difficult to judge. I would say somewhere between 10 and 14 knots. The thing is, the wind was funneling out of Gore Bay, this channel, but I think it was also running down along the outer coast as well. I'm not sure. You know, I'm new to this, I will admit. Anyway, I made the tack, and there was more wind than anticipated during the tack, and the boat turned further than I wanted it to. So then I started to adjust and pull back, and the boat heeled over like I have not experienced yet. Of course, in my imagination, I see the boat like heeled over with the keel level with the water. It wasn't like that. The water was very close to the tow rail. Yeah, enough to freak me out a little bit. And in that moment, I decided, okay, reef early, reef often. I get it. So I decided to put away the head sail and continue with just the mainsail. The problem was that there was so much wind and just the angle. I was basically sailing into the no sail zone. I could tack further out, but I wanted to get here. So yeah, I started up the motor and made it a little bit quicker to get ashore. So anyway, so I'm here. I'm in Gore Bay. I haven't checked in. I don't have a reservation. I'm in a very big slip. I hope they don't mind. I've got my good friends Alchemy behind me from I don't know where. Was it Thessalon and Drummond Island? So I'll say hi to them later. I imagine they're out walking around. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, I don't know if this slip is reserved for giant boats, because on the other side of me is a very beautiful motor boat, a Neptunus 625. So I think it's like 62.5 feet maybe. I don't know, it's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna go check in, and in the next video I will hang out here because there is bad weather coming tomorrow, and then I will proceed and head off to another anchorage. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.